take a look at my feet.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you have tension, don't you?
Yes, like I said, worse than rain. It takes a lot of doing with me.
Slowly making my way towards Old Charlie, and I hope everyone's day has gone well. I stayed up way too late last night working on the cover piece, and I'm going to do it tonight too. So, sorry.
Yep.
But I pretty much.
Or should I order you for lunch tomorrow?
I don't know.
Probably go for raid food if it's available.
Yeah. I'm wondering if they're having chicken acquisition problems.
I'm surprised they seem to have been doing as well as they have under the circumstances.
One of our favorite places to eat, and we jokingly refer to it as raid food, is El Pollo Loco. And the main reason... Yeah.
The main thing we get there is their roast chicken, and that was the top grade food a while ago.
And it still kind of is!
Okay, then.
That's the stuff that Theron's using right now for raid food. Roast chicken.
Okay. That had been superseded a couple of times. One thing, I thought that was last expansion.
No, it was a different style of chicken, but it was still roast chicken. Hello, Orca. Today is kind of lazy day. Lazy crafting lazy. Because all my excitement's going to be tonight when I'm working on art.
I like art.
Yeah.
Which is going to be how punch drunk you are by the end of this.
Yeah. I mean, part of it is right now it's been just really hard to mentally focus because of everything going on in the world. So I'm kind of trying to channel all that into the piece as I'm working on it. Hello, Octi! Hello, Doodles!
Hey, Octi.
We've got a crew here! Yay! A crew for Lazy Crafting Day! At least we can talk more than if we're doing Deep Dungeon.
No, we can talk just as much during Deep Dungeon, but not at the level we're at.
No.
That's more the problem. And next week is going to be worse.
Oh, next week's going to be absolutely horrible.
Because we hit, what, 140? Or 150?
Way past 150.
Oh, yeah, this Saturday's going to be exciting.
Just for the record, Orca. Yeah, he's going back and forth with a new pig. Just for the record, Orca, I don't know what it is about games, but their clothing design is so fiddly, it's hard to put down. It's one of these cases where it works better in 3D than 2D, but then again, this is also a Japanese game, and Japanese, in general, tend to be very fiddly with their costume designs. Fussy, fiddly.
Fussy, yeah.
With lots of little intricate lace and embroidery and stuff you would actually never put on something you would wear on a day-to-day basis.
At least not anywhere where it could get caught on branches. What's the commentary about? I'm kind of been busy steering.
Oh, Orca's working and going back and forth with a commission piece with Baron.
Ah! Very
I
good.
run around in circles waiting for
Buy
Ryan
our
to
stuff.
show up. Yeah, buy our stuff.
Buy fishy mugs. They're good. Fishalicious.
We do have fishy mugs available.
I'm using mine right now.
Yeah, I'm a little annoyed at the store for Streamlabs, which is what I've got a lot of my stuff up at.
Right.
In the fact that it wants to use my icon for the store, and I can't link to an individual piece.
If it gets cold, turn on the heater.
Yes, dear. I will remember to turn on the heater like I did last night. And we're looking into store alternatives currently, since we have no store on Smudge Marks and Ingleworks at the moment. Ah, there you are. I'm the Pew Pew healer.
The video game healer.
I go pew 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 pew.
It could be worse.
Not as broken
You could
as
be
you
playing
think.
Missile Command.
Part of it is that we've had to rip out all of WooCommerce, and a lot of it came down to people were trying to use our site to spam credit card numbers to see if the credit card numbers are legit so that they could use them for scamming. And
yeah,
we're paying $200 a year to, it would be a privilege for someone else to use our site to scam people. Nope.
I mean, if you were getting a reasonable number of orders, legitimate orders through it, but you weren't really getting anything.
Yeah, we were getting nothing. So anything connected to the online store from Smudge Marks and Ingleworks is just gone, 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 and will not be returning. We are keeping our credit card processor, however, because we use that when we do external shows. But since no one was buying anything from the store, it was like, why are we spending the money?
Actually, since everything's 90 now. Phenomenon.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with the site because we built kind of a big site as before Patreon came along. And once Patreon came along, everyone stopped visiting our website, so everything we got built, it was a lot of effort for no return. Hello, Rarusha. Where's Barak? He's missing.
Barak.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's missing.
Well, he's in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Wayback Machine. That thing better not be a minor version of Alexander.
I don't think it is.
Marusha is in need of your sage advice.
Ah, Thea and Raylia, fortuitous timing as ever. As you can see, Bark has yet to return to the workshop. To be honest, it has been somewhat lonely here without him. For mercy, I have managed to make progress with the Golden Dayata by way of a rather curious discovery. Initially, I thought to leave her be, fearful of damaging the parts you've labored so hard to provide. But then, curiosity got the better of me. I dismantled her yet again, but this time I discovered a black stone inside, a connector of some sort of coiled all about it. Any ideas what it might be?
Is that an Allegan tombstone?
Are you sure that Allegan tombstone didn't drop from my pocket? We carry enough of them.
I'm going with the first.
Let's see if you have anything different.
Don't think so.
Ah, an elegant tombstone, you say? It doesn't seem to have customary patterns of a tombstone, but the texture is certainly similar. Based on where we found her, I very much doubt our friend here was created in the 3rd astral area. No, the 5th area is much more likely, perhaps even the beginning of the 6th. It is entirely possible the people of that age, after unearthing Allegan relics, repurposed the technology, or perhaps they merely drew inspiration from Allegan designs in their work. If this was meant to store records, which I believe it does, I would have expected it to serve as her core, much like the mammoths of Ul'dah. However, the Golden Dayata's core has altogether different function, which is why I suspect the stone, and whatever knowledge is stored within, is meant to supplement the core, hence the connector I found wrapped around it. Tell me, little one, just what secrets are you hiding? Theron, Relia, would you two be able to fashion a new connector for her? One that I attached to the stone is clearly not working as intended.
Leave it to us.
Honestly, what would I do without you two? Let's not waste any time then. We must finish our work before Professor Namono convinces the Studium to hold that inquiry. This very may be the last request I asked of you, so please, any materials you require, but ask and I will see to the rest. Ah, so materials required, we don't have to go out farming them.
Uh-huh. I just want to know how she got that crate in here.
And we start with one.
Okay. Yep, this box is full to bursting with materials. Ferrugia bids you take as much as you require.
Gold connector.
And this will level me.
But yeah, when I built the website, it was designed to be a membership site that we could use kind of similar to Patreon. And the only person who ever used it was one person who had a real beef against Patreon. So...
Right.
The site kind of languished because no one was using it, so why put the effort into trying to maintain it and improve it? So that's my woes of webbing, and yeah, it's a little big for what it's actually being used for currently. Pray make the gold connector as quickly as possible. Yeah, one gold connector right here.
All done. Gold connector required to repair Ferrugia's mysterious relic. Mysterious relics of gold?
Excellent. The connector is in place. Now we need to but insert the stone and see how she responds. Uh-oh.
Professor Arusha.
Boric, so good to see you. If you've come to apologize, don't. You're here now, and that's all that matters.
No, that's not it. I mean, yes, I am sorry for being away for so long, but came to apologize, Professor. I signed the petition for your inquiry. Your research is leading you nowhere, Professor, and I thought it better you resign than tarnish your legacy with this final project. So I signed the petition, and now Professor Namono has the signatures he needs to submit his petition. It was only after I signed that I realized my mistake. That relic yet holds secrets of a bygone era. It is our duty to find them. But now we may never have that chance. I take it you have heard the good news. Professor Namono. The faculty are ready to hold their inquiry, Professor. I suggest you make your way to Learner's Meet, lest you miss the ending of your own career. You two may as well come along, too. The more the merrier, as they say.
You know, I'm usually against Lalafell punting, but I might make an exception for you. Always in a hurry, that one. You really must learn how to relax. Boric, would you be a dear and do me a favor? I wish to finish fitting this part to the Golden Diana. Once finished, I'm positive we will learn all we need to know. But I need you to delay the inquiry, if only for a short time. No need to worry. I suspect it won't be long before the old girl stirs to life this time. Go ahead with Boric and wait for me at Learner's Meet. Just a few finishing touches and everything should be in order. Pray go ahead to Boric to Learner's Meet. I guess we're heading to Learner's Meet. Boric?
Professor Namono, This is only the three of you. You're not going to tell me that the great Professor Arusha took the coward's way out and fled, are you? No, her legs simply don't move as fast as they used to. Would you care for a cup of tea while we wait? Better yet, we could pay a visit to the last stand. Boric, we are far past the time for guilt and regret, would you not agree? But you needn't fret. I'll be sure to look after you. So please, there's no need to delay the inevitable. At any rate, all necessary parties to this inquiry will be here soon enough. Professor Arusha's absence merely proves she has no intention of defending herself. Now, let us make our way into the auditorium. Quick, an obvious distraction. Allow me to preface this hearing by stating that I have the utmost respect for you as a fellow academic, Professor Arusha. However, given the support behind this recent petition, We have no choice but to consider the matter of your continued tenure here at the studio. You stand accused of squandering studium funds on the restoration of a relic of questionable origin. And she has refused time and again to heed my request to cease her activities. She is convinced that the relic in question is some sort of mammoth, but I have not witnessed it move even an elm. What's more, the cleaner that found this so-called relic has a history of delivering counterfeits in the past. Isn't that right, Auric?
Come now, Professor Namano. Nobody's perfect. And for the 100th time, that mammoth is something special. You just need to be patient with her. Come on, little one. Show them.
Am I seeing things? This proves nothing. How do we know you didn't ask this helper of yours to contrive a means for it to move on its own?
Really?
Well, then I am an impressive inventor. Well, I suppose it falls on me to confirm as much. Tell me, did you do as Professor Namono suggests?
I only made parts required to restore it. Which is the objective truth.
Mm-hmm.
They speak truth. Naturally, someone of their abilities could doubtless make modifications to allow rudimentary movement, but I don't think even the best in his field could achieve this.
Isn't that the tome I received from Professor Namono?
As you may recall, the Golden Diana produced strange noises some time ago in our workshop. It was only until recently I realized those noises were syllables, and they matched the comprising the languages found in this book. Now, my dear, would you kindly read the excerpt of this book? Oh, and be certain to translate it to a language we understand.
The serpent that sleeps in the deep slowly sheds its skin of old.
So it's a translation mammoth.
That's one of its functions. I recognize that passage. It has something to do with magics that control the life stream. At least, I would wager that's what the serpent represents. It aligns with everything my research has uncovered thus far. Then, this relic is
An
ancient translation.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
An ancient translation device, yes. And here, I was convinced that Professor Arusha had all but lost her critical faculties. And clearly it was I that was entirely in the wrong. I've been too quick to belittle the work of others, thinking only of what immediate benefit they might have to mine. A researcher should be inquisitive and reflective, but I've only been selfish and overly prideful. Please allow me to extend my sincerest apologies. If anyone should be removed from their post, it is I.
Oh, stop. You needn't be so dramatic. If not for your passion for linguistics, I would have never discovered the importance of this relic.
Well, it would seem there is no further need for these proceedings. If I may make a suggestion, would you two consider working together? It is clear to me, at least, that such an arrangement would be mutually beneficial.
What a fantastic idea! I would love nothing more to work alongside Professor Namano.
Pray allow me to thank you for helping Professor Arusha with her research. Were it not for your intervention, I fear we may have committed a grave error and silenced a perfectly capable researcher along with her work.
All's well that ends well, eh? Let's head back to Maker's Meat. I need to thank you properly for everything you two have done. Namono?
It seems I owe you two an apology. Still, it is most pleasing to think this will aid my work as well. There's yet much learning to be done.
Yes, there. You never stop learning.
If only you could learn what use those arms on your back are for.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. Pork?
Oh, I'm so relieved.
Oh, I missed the golden
And the
tiara.
golden dyad is... It's stuck on the same passage.
Ah.
Oh, wait. It gives more. The serpent that sleeps in the deep slowly sheds its skin of old. Eventually, the serpent devours its own tail and renders new flesh using its own. The pain felt will cause the earth to quake, the mountains to crumble, and the rivers to run dry. Thus, 7 wedges must be driven into its back. And that's it.
That's not about the live stream. That's about Ouroboros.
Well, it's definitely describing an Ouroboros, but it could still be meaning the live stream. Let's see if this is maybe 5th astral era. Then the 7 wedges could be the 7 shards. That would be left at that point. Though I think that's off.
Yeah, that is off because we have 7
Off by
available
1.
shards now of the 13.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it could be talking about the Great Serpent. Squee.
Oh. Oh god, I hope not.
And in order to stabilize everything, we might have to pin it 7 times. Well, we've got 1 down with the first in the Crystal
2.
Tower.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good.
I thought I was acting in your best interest, but wow. Professor, I'm more sorry than you will ever know. Would you ever consider allowing me to work as your assistant once more? I'll give you all the time you need to decide.
Listen, Boric, you need to stop apologizing to me because nothing's changed between us. You never stopped being my assistant. And please, do yourself a favor and stop being so hard on yourself all the time. I couldn't ask for a better colleague. Though I suppose there is one thing you could do with more learning. Patience. Our work often takes time to bear results, after all. Now, are you ready to get back to work?
Oh, Professor.
Ah, what a nice surprise. Are you here to ask for our little friend's help?
Something like that, yes. The book I gave your assistant was merely an abridged compilation of works on ancient languages. What I have now are complete inscriptions of the texts I am presently studying. I simply must know what's written here. I spent far too long toiling away to decipher their contents to no avail.
I'm all too familiar with that feeling. I suppose all researchers are spurred by their thirst for answers. Perhaps the answers will even help you with recent anomalies in the life stream. I'm sure some of the other professors in the studio would love to hear your findings.
Well, you two have certainly reconciled your differences quite quickly. Would that I could relinquish my worries so easily.
Thank you once again, Theron, Rylea. If you two hadn't stuck around to help as long as you two did, I might have lost my irreplaceable assistant and countless colleagues. And that is to say nothing of the huge academic leap forward we're about to make, all thanks to your hard work. A gift I hope to repay with hard work of my own. When next you visit, I'll be sure to have a number of fascinating discoveries to share with you. I hope you're prepared, Boric. You have 2 professors to attend to now, so no more moping, all right?
It's his natural state. Oh, I'm quite sure he'll have no time for that. As I no longer have the resources required to hire additional help, you are my one and only assistant now, Boric, so do try to keep your wits about you. Oh dear, what have I gotten myself into now? Well, at least the subject matter is interesting.
That's the way to think of it. Go for the CP.
Plural. Too late. Plural anomalies in the live stream.
Yeah.
Why do I have a feeling this could be a quiz and another expansion?
Because it's true.
Found in translation.
Masterful Relic Restorer.
Yes. Okay. Sadly, that gave no XP.
Bork?
I just got a tiny amount for making the one item. I'm busier than ever, but I'm loving life. Professor Nomono has been rather calm lately, and I'm even sleeping better at night.
That's good. Oh, thank you for coming. I've been so busy lately with all these new discoveries, but let's have a good chat over tea at the last stand when things have calmed down.
And the dieta has not changed.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that's... yeah.
Perhaps the occupant of the tomb we found the mammoth in was a translator of sorts. Oh, I can't wait to discover just how many languages our friend can translate.
Well then.
One more studium set.
Cooking and alchemy.
Double checking. Should be right. Yep, alchemist, culinarian.
You might want to... There you go.
Working on it. Perfectly awful. Deborah is looking a little green around the gills.
Greetings, sir, ma'am. I'm Deborah, a student of nutritional sciences from Professor Gallivarace's research laboratory at, excuse me, at your service. If I'm not mistaken, you're the alchemist of who has come to us by the way of Q Aliapo's introduction, yes? Wonderful. I would very much like to request your help with a certain...
Case of food poisoning?
Oh my. Forgive me. My stomach is not entirely at its best. Professor Galvarace bid me try and sample a newly created
comestible.
I have never seen that word before! Damn you!
It's not common.
Damn you, FF14, making me reach for my thesaurus. Bid me try a sample of a newly created comestible, you see. Its taste was... well... and the texture... oh dear. Perhaps you should experience it firsthand. One mouthful is worth 1,000 words and all that.
No.
Pray join me over at Maker's Meat and I can initiate you to the wonders of experimental foodstuffs.
Why are we going along with this?
I was about to ask you. I mean, I am a level 100 alchemist and culinarian. Why should I go get squid and peanut butter?
That would be far better.
Dehydrated ice cream! Yay! Thank you so much for coming. Let's set the table for you, shall we? Oh god, it's Archon Loaf. On first inspection, it appears to be an ordinary loaf of bread, yes? Now, try a slice.
Oh, there's an expression. Switch over to mine. Without the glasses, it's better.
Yeah!
The initial flavor is like a numbness in the tip of your tongue, which gradually transitions into an overall sense of crushing emptiness. It is quite possibly the worst thing you have ever eaten.
I actually have something different, because I'm in culinarian.
Okay. I thought you were over in alchemy.
I switched.
Okay.
The initial flavor is one of otherworldly astringency, which gradually transitions into a feeling of intense regret. It is possibly the worst thing you have ever eaten.
Oh no. Darn. I wasn't able to get the screenshot without the bubble.
Doesn't it taste awful?
You're smiling way too much for saying that. When it comes to the perfect meal, flavor is irrelevant.
A
If
true
it doesn't taste good, it's not perfect.
spoken like the true Charlene scholar you are. Professor Galvore, I wasn't... Galvaroche?
Galvaroche. Something like that.
Yeah.
The very concept of gourmet cuisine has led to all manner of unhealthy excess. Too much salt, too much sugar, and entirely too much fatty content is employed in the pursuit of satisfying this obsession with taste. The panna loaf we're laboring so hard to produce will contain everything necessary to sustain an adult body in one efficient, easily consumed serving. There's nothing easy about consuming this.
No.
As I said, a perfect meal.
No. Professor, if I might introduce...
Pythaliac. All this time wasted on idle chatter. If we're ever to attain true perfection, then every spare moment must be spent on our research. Your task was to improve the panna loaf's digestibility, was it not? Then let us be getting on with it. Swift, sure, efficient.
Tasteless. You must excuse the professor's brusque manner. I know he seems eccentric, but the field of nutritional science was practically built upon the foundation of that man's research. Surely you've heard of the infamous Archon loaf. It was the Professor Gallavort who proposed the recipe.
I'm actually very happy to hear that. I'd hate to think there are two such people out there.
In any case, I do apologize for serving you such a foul-tasting creation, but I need you to understand the gravity of the situation. Come to the last stand, and I shall offer you something to cleanse your palate with while I more fully explain the issue at hand. Why do I suddenly hear Dylan cursing lard? YouTuber specializes in reproducing recipes from like 1920s and 30s cookbooks.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Some of them are special. Like potato cake.
Okay.
And lard pudding.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He has a personal...
I can see places you could go with potato cake, but lard pudding is... Ooh.
Potato brownies. That was another one.
Okay, that's kind of grim.
And seafoam salad, which requires quantities of Jell-O and whipped cream that were never meant to be together.
Oh my. They called it a salad.
And they call it a salad. And she'll have something called a salad. Okay. Please. Can I just, like, have a cheeseburger or something? Pray take a seat, and I shall be with you in a moment.
Yeah, just get me a plate full of something I can shove my face into.
I hope you still have an appetite.
It'll come back. Wow.
Ah, lobster.
Okay, my appetite's back.
When I'm not studying, I actually work here in the kitchens. And that is one of the dishes I derived for myself, using all the knowledge I've acquired about food and flavor. Enjoy.
I will.
This is heavenly. Favorite is a lot of things. Waxing poetic is not one of them.
Especially about food.
I'm so glad you liked it. What you do is you take the lobster, freshly caught from the Indigo Deep, scoop out the meat and saute with butter and olive oil. Next you steam in white wine, but you must take care not to overcook at this point. You then need to stuff it back into its shell, sprinkle liberally with thyme, oregano, rosemary before baking in an oven, and at a steady heat, not too hot of course, and then... Oh yeah, she's proud of her recipe.
He should be.
Well, whatever you did, it was delicious. My apologies. As you may have noticed, cooking is something of a passion of mine. Nothing wrong with that passion. Which brings us to my present problem. The reason I desperately require your assistance. It all began with the agents of the Forum contacted Professor Gavroche, seeking to draw upon his wisdom and nutritional expertise of the research facility. Their request was simple. They wished him to invent a singular meal that could provide all daily nutrients to a person needs to survive. They then expressed an intent to develop a food supply for emergencies, and that could only come on the condition imposed was that it be possible to prepare this miracle dish from ingredients readily available in Labyrinthos. Probably emergency rations on Fortuno's teeny tiny toy boat.
They're basically trying to invent XT3.
For his part,
See if you remember that reference.
That one I don't know. Not off the top of my
Little
head.
fuzzy.
It's been way too long.
Extraterrestrial service rations type 3.
Right. For his part, the professor threw himself into his work with routine intensity, using Archon loaf as a base to devise a new type of bread, the most recent batch of which I inflicted upon you earlier. Archon loaf was never praised for its flavor to begin with, and it seems the more nutritious nutrients you pack into the mix, the more revolting it becomes. Some volunteers have even been known to retch up the contents of their belly after choking down a sample.
Oh.
Suspecting the difficulty with digestion was to blame, Professor Gavroche asked that I work on making our meals easier to stomach. But the fact is, it simply tastes terrible. Can you imagine if there is truly some emergency and we were forced to live off of Panaloaf alone? People would survive, of course, but gods, they wish they hadn't. To make matters worse, the professor sees gourmet cooking as a wasteful abomination. If the Forum adopts his recipe, there's very real chance he might champion Panaloaf not only as a candidate for emergency supplies, but as a new national-wide food staple. by and large, Charlie's prefer their meals that are easy prepared and easier to consume over more flavorful, but less time-efficient culinary efforts. Scholars busy with their research will settle for a sandwich more often than not.
Nothing wrong with sandwiches.
And the ambivalence towards food is exactly why I fear this horrible bread might actually be accepted into our everyday diets. As a Charlene myself, I had never much interest in fine dining. Then I tried a dish at the last stand. It was as if an entirely new world had opened up before me. Ah, you have experienced the thing called foodgasm. I soon discovered that a course in nutritional science would grant access to a vast repository of information on recipes and ingredients, so I enrolled as a student in the Studium's Faculty of Medicine. But their approach to food preparation was purely academic, utilitarian. I reasoned that if I was to learn anything about gourmet cooking, then finding employment here would be the surest route. In fact, I was on the brink of abandoning my formal studies altogether when this request came in from the forum. As a lover of fine foods, nay, a person with a functional tongue, I am compelled to prevent this crime against cuisine from entering society in its current form. Fortunately, I've had the opportunity to improve the Penelope's flavor under the guise of carrying out the professor's instructions. It will, however, be exceedingly difficult to enhance the taste without sacrificing any nutritional value, especially considering my lack of practical experience. My theory is sound, but when it comes to technical expertise, and that, my dear culinarian, is why I need you. If you decide to help, then please, I beg you, come see me at Maker's Meat. This travesty shall not stand. Oh.
Boy,
You thought Archon Loaf was bad. Holy moly.
Yeah. That expression is still hilarious.
I feel bad because I think that's close to the expression I had with that salmon a couple weeks ago.
The salmon was nowhere near this bad.
It was edible. Mostly.
I don't think it's even at Urcon Loaf level.
Fair enough. But imagine them using that salmon for Archon Loaf.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, for a long time, sawdust was used as a filler for bread. This is why we have food laws.
Okay, DeBroy, let's see what we can do for some clandestine improvements.
Ah, there you are. Can I assume this means you wish to aid me with my Penelope predicament?
Oh, yes.
No one else must suffer as I have. Then I'm gladly accept your assistance. Praise the scholar for bringing you to this savior in our hour of need. Dear me, I just realized How could I put you through all that and not ask your names? I'm Theron. This is Rylia.
That's fine.
Well, Theron, Rylia, I look forward to working with you too.
Koi crab. Whole blue crab raised in its shell in a piquant sauce, which takes on a rich shellfish flavor in the course of cooking.
Some of their food descriptions. So what color is the bang?
Yellow. Yeah, it's still level 80.
Okay. Make it sweeter.
Make it sweeter. DeBroy is eager to begin the process of improving the panna loaf. Well, if I stop making it completely out of broccoli.
Let's get straight down to business, shall we? The main problem with panna loaf is that the recipe calls for a wide variety of wholesome substances, resulting in the extremely eclectic and subsequently extraordinarily disgusting mixture of flavors. Now, I've managed to bake a slightly less repulsive version by adjusting the balance of ingredients, but the taste remains indistinct and unsatisfying. It needs seasoning of some kind, and badly. To that end, I've put together a recipe for a sweetener using those materials which are readily available in Labyrinthos. Not in any amount that would contradict our healthy and nutritious mandate, of course. Concocting the sweetener itself, however, is a job for the experts, and so I'd like to entrust that to you two. Very soon, we will have taken our first step into making a panna loaf halfway enjoyable.
I'll settle for halfway not disgusting.
Okay, let's see what we're looking at. Beet sugar,
And a little sweeter.
lime basil, light gerbera. Raw material list, save me! Do I have any of this? The answer is no!
And I can tell you I won't have any of this. Mining and leatherworking stuff, yeah, I have some of that on hand. Foodstuffs,
Okay.
no.
The garden meat comes from Ilmeg.
Doodles. I repeat, let's go get Zero's spice blend. That stuff would hide the flavor of anything.
Not wrong! Lakeland. And Lakeland. So it seems like we're heading to the first.
Wait, I thought this was supposed to be stuff that was here in Labyrinthos.
They lied! They
Yeah.
lied like a rug! It's all in the first!
What do you want to send me after? Because I am 90 botanist. And this will be like level 80, or yeah, probably level 80 stuff, maybe lower.
Lime basil and light gerberia is in Lakeland.
Uh-huh.
Garden beet is in Ilmeg. Which zone do you want?
I'll take anything. You're in charge here, you know this stuff better than I do.
Why'd you go after the garden beet?
Okay, so, Elmeg.
Yes.
Okay, look out for the leaf men. Look out that I don't become one.
Yeah, both of those are...
Oh yeah, and look out for the beavers.
Yep, be very cautious of the beavers. Good luck!
Let's see.
I might end up joining you, considering that you want 70 garden beads.
Oh my.
Yeah.
But you do want two different things.
Yeah, but they're on the same nodes and it's only 20 total.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that the gastronomical distress that Penelope is causing would be intensified by Zero's spice blend.
Also true.
Ah, there it is. Fun fact! Bet you wish you didn't know this one. People eating rotted food and then throwing up digest enough of it to make the exercise worthwhile. We still actually gain nutritionally.
Yeah.
Proof that we are garbage
You
disposals.
gain energy.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for sugar beets?
Garden beets.
Garden beets, okay. Makes a little more sense. Sugar beets would make some sense since we're trying to make it sweeter.
It says you should be in the Woolen Way.
Ah, thank you. Good. Perfect. Garden beet.
And I picked way too much Gerbera.
That's fine. Sell off the rest.
Okay, I have all the lime basil and the light gerbera. Heading your way just because.
Great.
Saving the world from Archon scholarly culinarianism.
Oh boy, yes. Might be the best thing we've done for the world yet.
I'm sorry, I remember when Tataru cooked up some Archon loaf as a treat for
Yes!
the Scions, and they ran it by Rambrose of St. Connect's Find. And he's like, just the way I remembered it. Absolutely horrible. Got the texture right, too. It's like,
Yeah!
I always took mine with a dab of Roland Berry jam. It's moments like that that make this game.
how much is needed?
70. 70.
Well, I'm in the 40s.
Yeah, you probably will finish it by the time I land, which isn't that far. At the time, Reen was like, "What is this? Can I try it? Is it any good?" And Thancred's just, "You have to experience it once." And just left it at that. But yeah, the flowered fields around here just got amazing.
Yeah, boy, yes. I see them too. Wanted to see them. $63. Sorry, probably 64. There was 2 on the last one. Yep. What I want.
Ooh, got a nice rainbow going.
72.
Let's see if we can get a better shot over here.
Ah.
Let's close that, and this, and zoom in.
Yeah, there's several through the crystals.
Hold on.
You need to de-sneak.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There we go.
You could always just turn to a non-gathering class. Yeah.
That should make a nice screen cap.
Now.
Okay. And time to head back to Old Charlene. Yeah, at some point we need to go through the Eorzean cookbook, which we have a copy of.
Yes.
Someone got it for us for Christmas one year. And Baron was actually kind of surprised when he looked at it and was like, wait, this has a good recipe for traditional Japanese stew. Also find it hilarious that they have potions for like a mana potion and a health potion. Unfortunately, I think they're all like lemonade based, which is bad for me.
Ow.
Maxim Loft. Wow, it's so thick we can't even see the crystal tower.
Not clearly, no.
No, I can't see it at all.
You were. It's more off to the side and now behind you, I think.
Yeah, I thought I was heading to it, and then it looked more like Fort Jaw.
Yeah,
so...
that's it.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I couldn't see that at all. I meant the tower itself.
Yeah, technically that's what you're seeing, though. It's all the lights.
I wasn't even getting that.
Yes, you were. I was looking at the feed.
I didn't recognize it as such.
It isn't. You just have to realize, no, it lights up and you're seeing the lights. And when you panned up, you could tell because it started becoming something you could comprehend as a tower shape.
It's a good thing we have an understanding with the guards around here. Otherwise, they'd be really confused of these strange people just constantly coming and going for... What are you doing? Oh, I was just using this as a stop point. I'm actually heading over here. I need to use the tower to do that. Okay?
Yes. People go into the tower and don't come out. People who intend to enter come out.
Return to the source.
Hiya. The Leech King is here.
Oh, hi, Leech King! Long time no see.
He's what, an A?
B.
Okay.
At some point, those Garleans are we're either going to have to round them up and get them home, or dismantle that thing and let them become proper refugees within the Eorzean government system.
Yeah, they need a way to have time advance in these zones.
At the same time, if they're allowed to do that, then it's hard for mentor players to come help out younger players.
Yeah, it gets you into the instancing thing and it causes problems. They're going to have to figure out some way of doing it and possibly in-world excusing it and so on. Because there's just too many things they can't really touch because of that.
It's one of the things I actually liked about Wrath of the Lich King with WoW, and then they basically butchered it. Is all their instancing, allowing people to see the world as it slowly changes.
Yep, and it's something they need to do here. It leads to other problems, and they will need to think about how they want to solve or work around them, but it needs doing.
Now, they have done some instancing things, but it's generally with often the distant stuff.
Yes.
Like when we had all the Towers of Zot around.
Yes.
And the
they
tower at
managed
Paragon's
to do
Breach.
it for the stuff in the distance. But there are places in some of those zones where they kind of need to let things happen. The couple of Gurlian bases being foremost among them.
The ongoing efforts to rebuild Ishgard being another.
Yep. Which they did a little bit of, which was nice.
Yeah, they did a little,
so they've
but
kind of started experimenting with it, which is good.
But actually cleaning up the streets, rebuilding statues, getting rid of the scaffolding because the proper stonework is back in place, things like that.
Exactly.
Which they have more of a chance to do now because they've gotten away from PS4 requirements. Or at least PS3 requirements.
PS3. Yeah.
Which is one of the things that held some zones back.
Yep. I'm kind of wondering if at some point they might actually spend the time and effort to redo the original city zones.
That's going to be a hard call.
Make them a little make them a little nicer, and merge the two halves into one. It would be a lot of time and effort for, absolutely no content effectively. But it's something that would be really nice to see them do.
At the same time, I can understand why they don't want to, because they want to move
Like
forward and create new content. And if you go and revisit old content, you're not working on the new stuff.
Yep. Like I said, it'd be a whole lot of time and effort, basically, for quote-unquote nothing. On the other hand, getting rid of a lot of load screens, it would be a quality of life improvement.
Yeah, it's one thing I really had to hand WoW for. Even they've gotten away from it, unfortunately, from what I understand. I could be wrong. Is that you could literally walk from one end of the continent to another without seeing a single load screen.
Yeah.
The only time you actually hit an actual load screen was when you had to cross the oceans or go into an instance.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some really good tech in WoW. That one from the beginning and the download the game past some very relatively small seed stuff while you're playing.
Yeah, I think that one's still going. I'm not sure on that.
I would think so. I mean, Guild Wars 2 is still doing it.
Okay, what we got here?
So what, how many Gurdon beats do you need? $35? Seems like an odd number.
Just a second.
Would it be half of 70?
$40.
You said we needed 70, not 80.
No, you need... There's some weird math going on because of the fact that you make... I believe with sugar beets you make multiples.
Okay. Now we'll see how it works out. So that's also 5s, so okay.
Actually,
Well, we'll see if we have
hold
enough
on,
or
I
not.
think I need to give you one more of each of those.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so the first thing is the Gurdon beet sugar.
It takes 5 to
That's
make
going to be
3.
cooking. Yeah.
So yeah, weird math going on.
Let's see. Night music. Oh, good. Wasn't quite as good as I was thinking. Now the other 4, so 4 times 6, 24. Okay.
I hope I had my math right.
We'll find out.
Okay, there's my 6.
You have anything left over?
I have some lime basil and light gurabal. I do not have the beets.
Uh-oh.
Do you
Then
need
I
me-
won't have enough.
I'll go
Yeah,
get more beets.
Because if you just used up 40, then we needed 80 total, and you told me 70.
Yeah, I think I got my math wrong. I'm sorry. I'll go get them as my punishment.
Yeah. Darn.
I am sorry. I thought I had that right. I was mistaken.
I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken.
And I have to do it in the rain.
There's a punishment.
Lightning storms! I assume you need 10?
Yeah, I'm gonna get up to 18. Pretty much. A little under, I think I had like 72, but...
Well, 12 should do it, so...
Oh, yes. Okay, that's as many as I can make at this moment. I am running a little low on space. Space!
can hand me back any you don't use.
Great. The good news is, of course, this is at level 80 stuff, so my gearing for 80 is good.
Good.
It's as we climb through and the gearing doesn't change that I start really having trouble. Now to make like half of the order because that's all I'm going to have space for.
Sorry.
I knew the job was tough on inventory when I took it.
Yeah, well... Something you want?
One excellent got me all the way to max quality.
Nice.
Oh, no wonder. Okay, I had not realized Reflect was pushing me up that high. Time to do the first half and hope I can take the scripts. Or at least one. Because I've got no room left. Actually, do you have a little bit of room?
I have a couple slots.
Which means you can absorb things. Actually, also I meant to hand you those earlier.
Be still my beating heart.
Okay, so if I need to go grab something for seals, I can do it now. Okay, that's the first half.
The recipe for sweetener isn't giving you any trouble, I hope. I can hardly wait to see how it turns out.
Now to do the second half.
Thank you, Theron. After trying a little taste, I can safely say you've managed to hit the sweet spot. Not overly mild, not overly rich. What? You are denying FF14 their horrible puns? Say it's not so.
Last one.
They have so many minions. Oh, just going through their minions. Trying to decide if I want to trade out our lucky Mochi here for someone else.
Okay. There we go. Yep. And just shy of level.
Up. Hold on.
You couldn't turn them all in?
Not without seals.
Hi, Ari.
Yeah, materia's fine.
Yeah, I'll actually have books to buy next time.
Here we are. Yes, we want to turn in our last 3. Please and thank you.
Actually, the quest will level me.
Oh, that's good. With your sweetener added to the mix, I went ahead and baked the second test batch of Panaloaf. As for the result, well, I took some samples over to the last stand for customers to try. Oh god, why? They say the taste was passable, which is a significant improvement over the nauseating-inducing wretchedness that the original recipe. As I had hoped,
This is true.
As I had hoped, a little sweetness was instrumental in tying the myriad flavors together. The key here being a little sweetness. We wouldn't want to go overboard and endanger the nutritional balance of our perfect meal. Oh, I'm told one of our regulars is at his table today. He's a man with a decidedly particular palate. Why don't we head over there and ask his impression of our second batch? Oh dear. Why are we inflicting the patrons of the last stand on this? It's called the last stand.
Because they're used to Archon loaf.
Yeah, well. If I may ask, what do you think of the spread, sir?
Not bad. Not bad. I give the flavor a passing grade. The texture, however, needs some attention.
Ah, the texture.
It is not overly noticeable with a bite-sized sample, but after 1 or 2 full slices, I fear one might begin to struggle with the somewhat dry and powdery consistency.
I had not considered that. Thank you for your most valuable insight, sir. We will certainly keep that in mind for future batches. Well, that was actually helpful feedback. Well, that was a much-needed reminder. In my rush to enhance the flavor, I've neglected to account for the changes in the texture. Introducing the sweetener must have affected the consistency of the dough. Nothing is ever simple, is it? Improving the texture will be our next task. Then, I'll give our problem some thought. Then we can work together on creating a solution.
Now this will either be 82 or 83.
Reliable baker.
Reliable baker. Yeah,
I almost
83.
read that as reliable beaker. Me.
Yes.
Me. Reliable
And amazingly,
beaker.
I did not level.
Wow.
I'm like 80,000 off.
Oops.
Yep.
Well, shall we head to the last
and
stand?
at the rate this is going, I might need to level both of them. But yes, let's do. Let's have something good for a change.
Yeah.
Screw this crap.
Yeah.
No settling for passable here.
So if we have a reliable beaker, does that mean we get a passable Professor Honeydew?
Sadly, yes.
I'm sorry, you're a mean one, Mr. Coffee, just doesn't have the same sort of ring. Okay, I'll be quiet now.
Okay, if you insist.
Oh wow, the stars are really out tonight. Man, I wish I could remember all the constellations, because they all have their own unique constellations here. Hi, Zodiac!
Yes. Yes. And the thing is it's actually easy to tell them apart because they're color-coded, but yeah, I don't even remember the colors.
Waiter, can we have anything besides Archon Love?
Or panna bread.
Or panna bread, yeah. Panna bread bad. Last stand good. With that said, it is time to call it a night. Thank you all very much for coming along on our chill crafting Mondays. Who is actually out tonight? Oh, we sort of have ferrets, so I'll shuffle people over to ferrets. With that said, you all be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and we will see you next time.
Yes, everyone, have a great night. See you here at 9:30 Wednesday.
Good night, all.